We're back at the Ultimate 10 Ball Championship. Jay Helford here, joined by Danny DiLiberto, and we got a great match. It's the Battle for Texas here. Jeremy Jones and C.J. Wiley. Houston versus Dallas. Well, Danny, how do you like this matchup here?
It should be a great match. You know, CJ has dropped out of the game a little bit recent years.
Yeah, he's about 10 years away from professional pool. He did play in the U.S. Open last year, but it's nice to see him back. Jeremy wins the lag. But once again, the lag is not quite so critical when you're playing alternate break. You know you're going to get the break again real soon. Jeremy breaking slightly to the right. Nice solid break there. Well, not much he can do with the one ball here.
Can he hit the edge?
Yeah, he can hit the edge.
Well, then if he can hit the edge without hitting the 5 ball, he could snooker him. That didn't do it.
Well, that shot did not work.
I think he sold out the one.
Looks like Jeremy's got a 2-9 combination as well. Look at that ball hang up there. Not the way he wanted to start, that's for sure.
Toughest shot to get position off when the ball's hanging that deep.
Yeah, Jeremy's jacked up. He's trying to draw straight back here.
No, CJ, that is.
Excuse me, CJ. Thank you.
It's okay.
Too many J's. CJ, JJ. And I'm Jay. They're discussing the rules between them just to make sure they got everything straight. CJ played the bank cross side.
And didn't make it. Well, Jeremy has to just make this ball and get it anywhere not snookered, and the 3 is a gimme. Good shot.
Well, we know that whoever gets that 6-10 combination first is going to fire at it. Jeremy's got the 3-4-5 to get out of the way to win this first game. Looks like he's got perfect position here. Shoot those 4 in the lower left corner. Hold the cue ball pretty much right there for the 5 next.
But I'll tell you, I don't know if he's going to play the combination. Because he can get position for the 6. The run out is just as easy.
No, he's playing for the combination.
Yeah, he didn't get real good on it, though.
A little bit further than he wanted and not quite the best angle. He's going to have to cut that 6, but it's kind of so close that if he hits the 6 in the right place, he will make the 10. Jeremy was the runner-up in this tournament 2 years ago. He lost to Mike DeShane in the finals. Game number 1, Jeremy Jones.
Yeah, C.J. Wiley from Dallas. Jeremy Jones from Houston.
Now it's CJ's break. We are playing alternate break. This is a double elimination tournament, meaning the players that lose these early round matches will get a second chance. Of course, it's a lot more difficult to climb back from the loser's bracket. There's a lot of conversation between these players about everything, about the rack.
Yeah, I'd like to know what they're saying. I mean, I could almost hear them, but
Oh, what they're talking about is when you take, I don't know, well, you know, it's all friendly conversation right now, but Danny, later in the match, it might not be so friendly anymore.
yeah. Well, we know it's friendly because CJ's got a smile
Yeah, well, that smile can turn to a frown pretty quickly.
or a smirk.
Wow, great
Oh,
break here. Look
See
at
what
this
I
break.
mean about playing position for the 1? You can
Yeah.
count on it going down there.
Now, it's going to be a little bit hard to remove this magic rack with the 10 ball sitting on it.
You got to get the referee. He'll do it.
He may not even bother to do it. He might just shoot right over it.
You've used the magic rack, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, you get it and you pull it quick, and the 7 doesn't move, or the 10 doesn't move.
Well, unfortunately, these racks right here, if you pull this one, it could move the ball. What I've learned to do as a referee is if you pick that 10 ball up just a hair off the table, I mean just a hair, the rack comes right out. Yeah.
You're supposed to put this in. Wherever you want.
Meanwhile, CJ, he's got good position on the 2, but he's got to get onto that 3. What I like about him, as opposed to our last 2 players, is he's not going to take a long time. CJ's going to make up his mind and shoot. See, he got right up here and shot this combination, whereas our last 2 players would have been looking at it for a couple minutes. Jeremy is also not known as a slow player, so we could have a nice pace to this match, which would be a welcome change of pace. Our last match went over 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, he is playing pretty fast.
About ready to tie up this match, 1 game apiece. Let this guy get back and stroke, and he'll be dangerous.
Yeah, and when he first started coming around, he was a bar table player.
Right?
And a real good one.
A very good one. Then he graduated.
Well, you know what happens there. After a while, everybody starts rating you the best bar player and all that. You better get to the big table if you want action.
He became quite a big table player too, especially for money games. He was in some big action. Ooh, Jeremy.
What happened?
Well, he just dropped his cue, his playing cue, against the side of that chair. Those big heavy chairs. He may well have put a nick in his shaft because it hit pretty hard enough for us to hear it up here. I see balls going down. The 4-ball went down. And once again, no shot on the one. Push-out situation here.
Here's another thing I instruct people with. Whenever you push out, try to tie up a ball because the pusher is going to get the worst of it. So do something that'll get you back to the table. So tie up a ball.
Interesting observation and a good one coming from an expert like you, Danny. Let's see if he... I want to see if he feels that shaft to see if there's any... I mean, he gave that shaft a good whack just now when he dropped it. Well, he's more concerned about where to push out to. If he's going to stop on this 10 ball, look at this. The 10's going to get in the way. He's going to get this one back. He's going to get this one back. He put the 10 right in his path.
But you know what? I don't like that shot anyway because the edge you're leaving to cut the 1, your opponent's going to have the same shot and there's like multiple balls to snooker him with. So I don't think he would have got the best of it anyway. This might be better, believe it or not. This might be a better kick than he would have had.
He's kicking behind it with right English. Wants to hit low on the ball. That's not bad. That's not bad. Like you said, it might have been better. Let's see what he gave up here. Well, he didn't give up that much. I mean, there's no pocket for the 1. CJ's going to have to play safety right back. And look at this. CJ just didn't. He doesn't waste 10 seconds. He knows what he wants to do. He gets up there and does it. So much different than the last match we saw with Bartram and Harriman.
I think he left a shot on this, but position to the 2 would be awful tough. So I don't know if you really want to shoot this.
Well, it's an awful tough shot to be shooting at early in the match like this.
He kicked at it, but he's going to leave at least a hit.
Oh, I think the 1 will pass the 2.
Awful close. Awful close. I don't think he has it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Well, you were right, Jay. Good thing you're not in this tournament. You would, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I'd be wrecking balls.
I heard the players all gave you $200 each to have you not play.
Yeah, right. Danny, I did play a few tournaments a long time ago. I don't know if you remember, but my goal was to win 2 matches and get in the money. And I did it about half the time. I wasn't a contender like you. Anyway, CJ, he doesn't have a bad angle here. He cuts the ball to the right. He wants to make sure
between the 8 and 10. He did that nicely.
CJ looks good. He looks sharp. He's been playing a lot of pool the last 6 months or so, and it's beginning to show. He could be a real dark horse in this tournament if he can play this way. I mean, I remember when he was a contender to win tournaments. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, he was a strong player. Look out 10 ball. Look out 10 ball. Look out 10 ball.
Well, you got him with all that praise. And sometimes one little bad shot like this, when you think the guy's in rhythm playing well, this might make him go the other way.
Yeah, it throws his rhythm off.
Well, you got 3 more balls to get out.
Look at how he's going at this ball.
He
Wow,
hit
he
it.
hit it. He made a good hit.
He didn't make a great hit, but he even left an angle now for Jeremy to go from the 8 to the 9. Yeah, he's got to forget that inning. That's what I said earlier. Remember in the earlier match,
Yeah.
I said you got to forget last inning. You can't go to the table thinking about what you just did bad.
Wow. He just
Wait,
chunked that ball.
I can't imagine why he went that way anyway. It looked like he could have gone forward 2 rails to the
Take a
net.
look at his position on the 9 if he had made it.
Right, that's why I can't believe he went that way.
He looks out of sync to shoot that ball like, he's been playing bonus ball the last month, and maybe it's affected his game or his stroke because, he was just out of whack there.
Well, he's going to get another chance. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking of when he shot the 8.
All he had to do was slide back across the table for the 9, and he just totally chunked it.
Yeah. But like I said, wouldn't it be nice if we had the technique to wire the player up and know what he's thinking? That
Well,
would be.
I wouldn't want to know what he's thinking after that shot. Well, he's coming all the way around. He wants to shoot the 9 and all the way up in the end. He's
Well,
going
he
to
got there.
still not an easy shot.
Well, I don't want to talk about it because we're not supposed to talk about the table rolling and all that, but I think this hugs the rail on this side. If I were playing one pocket, I want the corner pocket near his left hand. Watch, it'll hug the rail.
Well, he missed it. He
Yeah.
overcut it.
Well, it didn't hug the rail either.
Danny, I'm
Forget
not
it.
surprised because look at how badly he hit that 8 ball his last turn. So, CJ's got to play safe here. I don't know. I don't think you can bank this ball cross-side.
No,
It looks
you
like
can't.
it's in the way.
You can't. Just 2 rail it thinly to the end rail. You might even snooker him with the 10. Like that.
This
Pretty
is,
good call.
This is a good safety here. Good call, good shot. Jeremy's going to have to kick to the side rail. He should be able to hit this ball. It's a much bigger ball when it's close to the rail, like within a half a ball of the end rail. It's a big ball to hit.
Yeah, I think he'll hit this. He called it in the right-hand corner, which you got to do.
Yeah, but it's a hard ball to make. It's easy to hit, but it's hard to make, and there's really nowhere he can tie it up. CJ's got to have a shot, and he does. Wow. Well, you called it, Danny. It's a loss of confidence now.
Mm-hmm. He gave away last game, and he's thinking about it. But you got to also watch what your opponent's doing to get your confidence back. You know what I mean? You did something screwy, and so did Jeremy. Okay, the score is 2-1 now, so we got to get that 2 up there.
Wait a second. Is Jeremy leading 2-1 or CJ? Why do I see that?
No, Jeremy's leading 2-1.
Well, what?
Something's wrong. I don't know. Let's get it straight, though, before we go further.
Jeremy win that game? Put the score on. Jeremy's leading 2-1. Okay. Well, I've been informed that they are sitting at the wrong tables, and Jeremy's scoreboard is on the left. Well, he made the 10 ball on the break, but the 10 will spot back up. CJ does have a shot at the 1 here.
But it's a little tricky position to the 3. You got balls in the way that if you go the path that looks natural.
He's got to know. He's got to go to the 2. The 2 ball is
2,
up there
yeah.
and close to the middle of the table, which is blocked by most pockets as well.
Yeah, let's see if he can go around without hitting balls. And we hit him, but he's got a shot.
Well, I guess the 2 will pass that 4 ball and go in the corner. That's the way he likes to play. He likes to rock 'em and sock 'em. Looks like he does have an opening on that 5 above the 8 ball there.
He has enough room past the 8 to pocket it. The 7 is hanging, so that's not going to be a problem. He got on the ball pretty good.
Well, fortunately that 7's right in front of the side pocket. He really could do no wrong there. You know, Danny, I enjoy watching CJ play. I like his style. Nice, brisk pace.
Yeah, I like that too. I like fast play. Good speed.
We're going to have a tie ball game, 2 apiece. If you just tuned in, you are watching the Ultimate 10-Ball Championship. Jay Halford here, joined by Danny DiLiberto. This is the first day of 4 long days of professional pool featuring the best men and women players in the world. An indication of how strong this field is, you've got probably the 2 best players in Texas playing here in the first round, or 2 of the best. Jeremy has been long established as probably the #1 guy. CJ kind of been off the tournament circuit for over 10 years now, running nightclubs and sports bars. But he's been getting back into action the last few years. He's made some DVDs. He's working on all kinds of new projects in the billiard world, and it's good to see him back so active. Well,
Yeah, we don't need people like CJ to quit.
yeah, he's
Still
a
young enough.
valued member of the billiard community. Jeremy's playing safe by kicking. Nice kick shot there. Beautiful kick shot. You got him.
CJ has a kick now,
Much tougher kick here, though.
of course.
Boy, he sees those angles good. Somebody's got a flash camera, which we know is not okay.
Yeah, someone should make an announcement out there. Kenny would if he saw that. Kenny Schumann, that is. Yeah, someone did a flash. That's not good.
Safety, thin hit on the one to the bend rail, cue
Try
ball
to go-
backup table.
Right, try to go behind whatever you could. He left a hit on it.
Yeah, but a lot of distance. CJ will probably come off the edge of the one where the one will hit the 3 and stop right there.
Right, that's the shot.
Why is he? Oh, he's playing it. He's banking this
Yeah,
ball.
he don't want to play safe. He made
Boy, he
it.
hit that ball right in the
He made
pocket.
it.
He made it right in the center of the pocket. Yeah, when all else fails, just make the ball.
Yeah. It prevents a lot of thinking.
Inside English, up and down.
Yeah, he's not going to like this much. He's got a shot on it, but
Why not? Why do you
oh,
think
it's
that's
all right. It went further
Yeah.
than I
Yeah,
thought.
right.
But the position is a little bit tricky.
Well, I think he's just going to go back and forth across the table. The only danger is he ends up behind the 9 somewhere.
Yeah.
He can be on either side. Oh, he went around him. You know, he put a nice stroke on that ball,
He
Danny.
did. He didn't take too much time to do it either.
I mean, that shot is not as easy as it looked to go 3 rails there. CJ's pretty loose. He's swinging at these balls. He got a little funny on this 9 ball, but if the last 2 shots are any indication, he's not going to waste a lot of time here.
Well, shooting a 9 in the corner, position's automatic. Shooting the 9 in the side, it's not. And then he missed the ball.
A little frustration there by C.J. Wiley.
Well, just when he was looking pretty good, he did that. I would have shot it in the corner because position was automatic.
Well, you'd have made it, Danny.
Oh, thank you.
Jeremy's going to kind of steal this game away. It's a 2-game swing when something like that happens. Instead of being 1 game ahead, CJ's 1 down. He's a little steaming over in his chair right now.
Right. Tough to forget that one. You know, you can't give away games like that with good players.
Well, 1 time, 5 minutes.
Doesn't matter if it's in the game or in the game.
It's okay. CJ's asking me, is there 1 timeout per match? Yeah, they get 1 time. They will get 1 5-minute timeout per match on your turn.
I don't know. I think you've got to leave him out.
Well, we're having our first little dispute between the players. We kind of knew this was going to come at some point.
Okay, what's the question? What's going
About
on?
the timeouts. About the timeouts. You get 1 timeout per match per player. CJ asked Jeremy, what were you asking about? And Jeremy said, well, 1 timeout per player. And now CJ's got a question about it. He asked the referee, sent the referee to talk to the tournament director. You know, it's not all love between these 2 guys. Let's just say that.
And like you said
Wait,
earlier,
let's hear what they're going to start talking. No,
it's going to get worse.
Well, CJ's steaming a little bit because he missed that 9 ball last game. And as you know, I know you've played him, and he will steam a little bit if things aren't going his way. You've got more experience with that than me, so.
Well, I do.
I know you had your battles with him along the way, Danny.
We gambled, and then we had words.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Well, if it went any further than that, it probably didn't turn out so well for him.
No, he was with Muscle John, too.
Oh, strong arm John.
Yeah, and neither one of them would go outside with me.
Well,
I was hot. Anyway, what's going on? No more break?
I think they're waiting. Well, I don't know. He sent the referee to check something about the break, but CJ looks like he wants to just go ahead and play. If there's any conversation between the two players, we'll turn that table mic up a little bit so we can hear him.
Well, Jeremy has 3 games now. Is it up there? Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there. CJ made a ball on the break, but he's got no shot here at the 1. He's in a push-out situation. It was all love and kisses before the match started, but it's deteriorated fast. Looks like I don't know, he's pushing out. Looks like, well, yeah, Jeremy can see the 1 ball.
Well, you don't have a shot, but even if he did, I think you got to bank it perpendicular all the way down. Let the cue ball run behind the 8, the 10, the 7.
Yeah, all
right?
those balls.
You see it?
Yeah, sure. There's a whole cordon of balls over here on the left side of the
that's
table.
where the cue ball's going, right behind all of them.
Kind of like that. You
Yep.
called it. You
That's-
called it.
Well, don't hit the 3 and sell out.
Well, that's not what he wanted to do. He didn't want to.
Okay, how do you get to the 2 now?
He's got to go. That 2's all the way up above the 10 ball, and he didn't. CJ didn't even come close. I mean, he didn't come close on that shot.
No, he doesn't look settled.
And look at this. The 1 stops right in front of the side pocket. You know, when you're playing bad, the rolls go against you too. Jeremy's shirt's already come out of his pants. It's hanging down there.
Good shot.
These guys are kind of dissolving into pool room mode here.
Laid down a good stroke there.
Yeah. This is a continuation of a long-running battle that's lasted about 20 years for domination in Texas. And when Jeremy was young, CJ was the dominant player, but probably for the last 10 or 12 years, Jeremy has been the dominant player between the two. So it's a long-standing rivalry in tournaments and in private money games. If you ask Jeremy, he's got the best of it. If you ask CJ, he's got the best of it. But I guess that's what makes for a good matchup.
Right, we wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah, right.
You know, for people to gamble, both of them have to think they can win.
Of course, CJ, if you ever talk to him, he's convinced nobody can beat him. Which, you know, got to have that confidence. Truth be known, Danny, there was a time where there was very few people that could beat CJ. He had a peak there 3 or 4 years where he was.
I remember.
Yeah, he was pretty overpowering.
I remember.
Of course, I'm going back now close to 20 years, 18 when he was young, in his late 20s.
Well, he's falling behind now. You just go 3 rails to the 10 here.
Right. You know what we've seen on this table a lot is players have been overplaying position. The cue ball's been running a foot or two farther than they think. You got to hit it a little softer than it looks.
Well, it's a new cloth, and this cue ball tends to roll a little further than the lighter ones.
He hit that ball pretty good for the side pocket.
Yeah, he didn't get real good, though. Where do you play it?
No, I think he's all right there.
You think he's all right?
I think he should be able to cut that ball in. Although you're right, he'd like to be a foot farther down the table.
Yeah, he'll probably make this.
Probably, but not. They
Well,
both missed easy shots at the side pocket. They both missed in that same side pocket.
Jay, we're not playing too well up here.
We aren't.
You said he did all right. Then I said he'll probably make it. And then he didn't.
Okay.
But I'll go on a limb. I'll say CJ will make this.
You know, it's got to be good for CJ's confidence to get that game handed back to him. We are 3-3 early in this long race to 10.
Ten is a good test for the best player to win.
I think so. I think so.
It really is.
Playing 10 ball on a tough table like this, I'll tell you, these tables are going to get tougher and tougher each day, too. I can see that there. The way these pockets are cut, we're going to see a lot of missed balls, Danny.
Especially if it rains.
This looks like it's going to be a real good break shot here.
Oh, yeah, look at this. He's got perfect shot on the one.
He made 3 balls on the break. The 2 balls down.
Got to fall on the 3.
Well, it looks like he's got to play the 3-4 combination. I don't think he can go forward for this 3 ball. He's got too much angle.
Yeah, you're right.
He's got to get perfect. Now, if he gets perfect on the 3, the combination's not hard. But if you're off on this angle by 2 or 3 inches, it's a really difficult combination.
Is he trying to hit the ball?
No. He's playing for this combination. He got good on it. He got pretty good. Pretty good.
I
Not
don't know
perfect, but
about
pretty
that.
good. He's not bad. He's not bad.
Where's the 3 going if you make the ball?
You got to hold the 3 and shoot it in the same pocket.
No, it's a little thinner than that, Jay. He's going to lose the 3. Well, he didn't. He hit it good. That was tougher than it looked.
Right. He had to hit it slow and hit it perfect.
On the full side, too.
Well, now he's in good shape. He has yet to remove that magic rack. It's still on the table.
Well, the 8's not sitting real good. You know, it doesn't go in the side.
Well, he's got to come up there on the rail above the 9 ball for the 8.
Well, he started to not like it, but I think he got perfect.
Yeah, he's okay. He's
Gotta
okay.
draw the ball past the side.
These low draw shots, Jeremy's got. Typically, he has beautiful control. I mean, I like the way he gets down on the ball like Jimmy Moore used to get on it, down real low, spin it in. Well, don't go.
Did he go behind?
Oh
He
my
went behind
goodness!
the 9. No,
Wait a second, can he see it?
perfect. He's all right.
He's smiling. He's smiling. CJ's just shaking his head because Jeremy did not want to go on that side of
That
the 9
was
ball.
not a good shot.
He overhit it. Well, he's retracing his steps.
And he made a motion to us up here.
Yeah, right. It's okay, Jeremy. We know. Thank you.
He actually got perfect in the end. So he can get perfect on the 9, which he did, so he can get perfect on the 10. All that went together.
draw the ball straight back up table for the 10.
Very good.
Well, one thing about it, this match has not taken a long time. Neither one of these guys waste much time between shots. Jeremy is explaining to his fans there what happened.
And he takes the lead 4-3.
Let's see if we can see the way he's racking the balls here. That's funny. He had them racked and he decided to re-rack.
Oh, and also, folks, the rules are the 1 on top, 10 in the middle, and 2 and 3 on the ends.
That's the only balls that are mandatory. Everything else can be at random, and
Right.
actually they are supposed to be at random. No pattern racking, which means you can't place balls in any particular order other than those 4 balls. He didn't hit that one that good. He kind of glanced off the edge of the rack, and
He didn't make anything, therefore.
doesn't look like Jeremy's got much here with the 1 tied up against the 9. I mean, he conceivably could bank it cross side.
No, I don't think so. I think he's got to cut the 1 into the 9 with right-hand English and go behind the 5 and 8. See it? The 1 stops right there.
Yeah, sure.
You got to have
But
right-hand English on this.
He's looking at something else, though.
Well,
I don't
like
hear him
you
calling
said
it. I don't-
earlier, it's easier for us to think about it than they are. He shot my shot.
Well, that was his shot, actually.
I know, but I like to say that.
It was his shot, but he agreed with you.
It's nice to be right. Now, if only I didn't get married.
Danny. I don't know where to go with that, because I'm a 2-time loser there, too. Anyway, CJ's got a kick behind. Well, he's going on the other side of the 10 ball and using hold English. He made a good hit on it.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
I don't think he's going to like it.
yeah, when you hit the ball like that, you just leave it totally to chance. And wide open rack right now for Jeremy.
Well, it's not really that wide open because is that the 5 ball where the cue ball is?
Yeah, that's the 5 ball.
That could be a little trouble.
Looks like the 5. He might end up having to play that 5-9 combination.
Right. And you know how combinations are. If you don't fall perfect, you don't have control of the cue ball, the object ball. That's the whole thing about combination.
Well, the good news about that combination, if he gets to it, is the 9 is close to the pocket. Makes it a little bit easier. He's waving it. He's waving the 2 ball down. Slow down.
Hey, they don't listen.
Yeah.
I waved and talked to them for 60 years. They don't listen.
I kind of miss Keith and Louie, the way they would talk to the balls. I mean, they really were convinced they could tell the balls what to do. And you know, sometimes the balls listened. We had some funny characters in our time, didn't we, Danny?
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure about this shot. What's this one all about? Oh, he got real. You know,
got
he's
good.
all right. He's all right, but that was a precarious
He's
shot.
okay.
Danny, you were kind of a fun player to watch play. You were kind of vocal a lot of times.
Oh, I like talking to the people, and I
Yeah.
played pretty fast.
You had your own unique style. Nobody else plays like you before or since.
That doesn't have to be good.
Well, you made it work. It worked for you just like it worked for Alan Hopkins. You had that short little punch stroke, but people didn't know how much power you had in that stroke. Of course, they found out. Yeah, he's playing position for this combination 5-9. Like you
Drawing
said,
it.
yeah, like you said, he's got to get on it good.
Okay. He's all right here because he can't lose the 5 ball, no matter what happens here.
I think he'd like to have been a little bit farther up table for the 5, but at least better off being on this side of it than the
You're
other
right,
side.
because he'll have the 5 in that same pocket as the 9 with the 6 laying there.
But notice he took a good long look at it because, like you said, it's not that easy.
He's fine.
Came out perfect, didn't it?
Came out pretty good because now he'll at least get an angle on the 6 to get closer to the 7. Well, he got fairly full. I think now he can go forward 2 rails. Yeah, he wanted to get a little more angle, but I think he can go forward. He could still go 1 rail without going forward.
See him?
He's going forward.
Yeah. I see Jeremy's talk. Ooh, wow. He wiggled it, but he made it. This is a long stretch even for Jeremy, and he's a real tall guy. He's like 6'2", but look at this. He can reach this ball. He's all the way down 2 diamonds from the end, 2.5 diamonds, and he can reach it. There's not a lot of players that can reach that far. Well, he went a little far, but he's okay. He'll go around the 10 ball here for position.
You think so? I think he can hit it full enough.
No, he's drawing the ball.
Yeah, he's hitting it full well. Oh, you're right. Boy, Jay, like I said, good thing you didn't play in this tournament.
Well, he went a little higher than he wanted to here, but he should be okay.
This will be, I think, the first break and run out in this match.
Nicely done. 5-3, halfway home. You know, one thing I will say, Jeremy is fired up for this match. I can see that. He's really into it. And sometimes he's, if he's playing somebody that's like his friend, he'll be laughing and smiling and joking. And there's none of that in this match. He's got some intensity about him right now, which I like to see. This is his, he's got his game face on.
Well, it's like you say, they're both from Texas. They've had a rivalry for years. You don't want to lose your first match and get on the loser's side. So he's got a lot of reasons to have that intensity.
Yeah, there's a lot riding on this match for both these guys.
Yeah.
Jeremy was not real happy with that break shot. Here comes the 3. No, it didn't go in. So CJ's got a shot, but I think the 7 has got him blocked on that corner pocket.
I don't think he has much of a shot here.
He's leaning down to look at it. If he's got a pocket at all, it's only half a pocket.
Well, if he can make it, you don't have much to do with the 2 and the 3 anyway, so that's good. If he could make it, but I'm not sure he could.
CJ's a very offensive-oriented player as well. Yeah, he shot at it.
He hit the 7.
Yeah. He's the kind of guy that if he's got any shot at all, he's going to take it rather than play safe.
Yeah. Well, we knew other people that way, didn't we, Keith?
There you go.
Was safety in Keith's repertoire?
Yeah, but he could make all those circus shots. Here comes a jump cue. I would think so. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can use a jump cue. You have to think that they were not at the players' meeting.
He
or
wasn't.
Didn't, oh, okay.
He wasn't.
And that's why he's at. Well, it's a good thing to ask then.
But I think he jumped and didn't call it anywhere, did he?
I didn't. Yeah.
I didn't hear
He
him
just
call
he
it.
just jumped to hit it. This is a very thin cut if you want to shoot the one in the side.
Yeah, and you're going to run into balls. I don't see how you're going to fall onto the 2.
Just that much harder since he's cueing over the top of the 7 ball.
Yeah, I didn't think he could get by the balls.
I mean, it's conceivable he could bank this 2 cross side. Let's see if he calls it.
Tough bank. He'd have to kill it a little bit. I'd rather see him 2 rail the 2 towards the 7 and maybe go behind the 8.
Again, another offensive-oriented player.
He looks like he's winding up to shoot
You
it.
know, he didn't call. Yeah, he is banking the ball, no question about it.
And making it.
CJ's got a funny look on his face, like, you know, he didn't call it. It's like he wants to say something, but he's not, because he knows that's the obvious pocket. You're supposed to call those bank shots, and CJ could have made a little stink about that, and he chose. He had that little funny look on his face for a second.
The
there.
whole thing about it is, I know I like the call shot, and Kenny at the meeting explained it perfectly. If it's obvious, you don't have to call it. Now, I mean, what else could he have been doing there? That makes it obvious.
Exactly.
But if a person wants to be a nit,
Where is he
He
going
coulda
there?
make an
Yeah,
argument.
right. Where is he going there?
well,
He
I'll
way
tell you
overhit
what,
that ball.
he got a little bit funny, not as bad as you think, because he could have twirled into it and hit the 6. But now I think he got too funny on it. And not ha-ha funny.
What do you think? Can he come off the edge of the 4 and go all the way down table behind the 10? Come 2 rails
I don't
down
think
the
you
10?
have to do that much. I think you can hit about a third of the ball and snooker. Well, let me see. He can hit it all he wants, but he's got to hit it thin.
I think he's going to go 2 rails all the way
gotta
down
hit
the
it
table.
thin,
Yeah, he's
but
coming
he-
all the way.
But he didn't hit it thin enough. But it was effective. Yeah,
It worked.
it worked is right so far.
Here comes the jump cue.
Play it straight in. Okay.
He said play it straight in. So that means
He only missed it by a hair. But look what happened. He left perfect. He left the ball perfect for Jeremy.
a little frustration setting in on CJ's countenance there.
Yeah.
He feels like Jeremy got lucky, but he didn't. He was playing that safety.
He did. He played a good safety. Wow, he almost missed that one.
Yeah, he shook his head, but it. When you see them going back to the table like that, they're dipping their fingers in some powder. Some players get a lot of moisture on their hands. They like to keep it dry. Jeremy's starting to stretch the lead out a little bit here.
And like we've been saying, a 2 and 3 game lead with this kind of format is big. You know, the guy can't get up and run 3-4 wrecks on you.
Yeah, you can't catch up that quick.
Although we said that last match, and
Look what happened.
Harriman almost won the match.
This is nice speed here.
Perfect. Perfect.
This could be game number 6 for Jeremy. Right in the center of the pocket.
I ain't putting out with that. Any balls good.
Remember when Jeremy was talking about a break?
Yeah,
Right after CJ missed that easy out,
yeah.
what I was worried about is Jeremy going and CJ trying to hit balls. You're
Right
not
now-
supposed to.
Right now, CJ cannot find the magic rack. It's missing in action. There it is. What was that again now? He took a break?
No, he didn't. Remember
Oh,
when he
okay.
was going to, and this was right after
CJ missed
CJ
it.
missed
The
an
ball on the
easy
side.
out.
Yeah, right.
I was afraid that CJ was going to try to hit balls while he was on the break. That's illegal.
I'm not allowed to do it. That's for sure. You're not allowed to do it. Well, now that Jeremy's 3 games ahead, you notice he was in a he's in a friendly mood now, and CJ doesn't want to talk.
Smiles are gone.
Yeah, the smile's all gone. CJ knows that right now it's a very critical game for him. I mean, the difference between 6-4 and 7-3 is huge. 6-4, you're in the match. 7-3, you're kind of out of the match. There goes the 9 ball. He's going to have a good shot on the 1.
Yeah, he can go 2 rails to the 2.
The 3 is going to be a little tight against that 10 ball there.
Well, that would depend on what angle he got on the 2. Because he can get the right angle on the 2 to play the 2 and the 3 in the same pocket.
Well, he's on the 2 real good.
Yeah, but he didn't get the angle where he can fall on the 3. Wesley banks it. Well, maybe he has room to get in there. He does, apparently.
Yep.
Good shot.
Wow, he hit everything there, but it worked out okay. Could have easily gotten in trouble on that shot.
You're right. I don't like the way he was thinking there.
I don't think he wanted to run into the 7 ball. I don't think he minded hitting the 6, but I don't think he wanted to run into the 7 ball.
You're right.
It
was
worked out
almost-
okay.
It was almost disaster. Oops. This is what you were talking about, going a foot too far. But now he got to shoot
went-
it in the corner.
Yeah, he went so far.
That he got
he was
perfect.
yeah, he was playing shape for the side pocket. We know that. This is a long stretch for CJ here. This is, it's an awkward position
Well,
for a
that's
right-hander.
why I can't believe he did what he did on the 6. He could have hit it a little bit higher and got straighter on the ball. But it looks like he's going to overcome it.
Well, he's going to have to he's going to have to stay real focused because he's still a little frustrated. You can see that. Good game. He needed it.
He sure did.
And he knows it too. He knows that was a must-win game. Danny, I can remember when we first tried 10-ball tournaments in Cleveland over 20 years ago, and the players were not this caliber then. They struggled with it, if you remember. It was a lot of safety play, a lot of really long match. We were playing races to 10 then too, and it seemed like there were 3-hour matches. It shows how of course the game has changed with the equipment, with the cloth, with everything.
They have evolved.
Yeah.
And like you say, they're better players. And people ask me all the time, were the players of the old days better than the players of today? The tops were the same.
That's what I
think.
think.
But we
too.
got more players now.
More good players.
One ball.
Here comes the 2. Oh, wait a second. Where's the 2 going to go?
Does he have a shot at the 10?
Maybe. Yeah, that could be a 3-ball combination there.
Yeah, I think he's got it, but wait. Oh, he made it deader.
He's going to have to look at this, you know that. He's going to take a look at this 8-10.
Yeah, why
2,
not?
8-10.
Why not? But anyway, I think Kenny could have talked about one more thing at the meeting. If the magic rack is touching the ball, call the referee to do it. Don't you do it.
He just played safe all the way, but, I don't think these are the greatest safeties. I mean, this is a pretty easy ball for CJ to hit.
Might even make it.
Well, the 2 ball's far enough off the rail. It's a full ball off the rail that it's hard to make.
Well, he can cut it in, but if he wants to hold it for position, I think he's got to bank it.
This guy is such a good one-pocket player. You know he can bank this ball if he wants to, but I think he's cutting it. I think you're right. Yeah, he had to go.
Oh, he got lucky.
He didn't want to hit that point because he would see where the 3 ball is up there past the 6.
Yeah, he would have got perfect.
Yeah, it was going. Now it's a real tough shot.
He's playing it.
Oh, he's going to go rail first into this ball.
He called it.
He doesn't have to make this ball. Even if he makes it, he totally turns the cue ball loose here.
Right. He doesn't have to get position if he makes it. Which he didn't do, and he'll be happy he didn't, I think.
No, I think.
No, he sold out.
Once again, it's very similar to the shot missed that CJ missed on that 1 ball. The 3 has got to go past the 6. I think he's got a little bigger pocket here. Ooh, he just wobbled it in.
He used the part of the pocket he had.
Wait a second, is he going to look at this? Well, there's no combination now. I think everything changed.
No, it got moved.
Yeah. CJ, this is one time you'll see him taking his time where he just really has no open shot. He's got to figure out some kind of good safety here. I think he'd love to find a way to put that 4 ball on the side rail and put the cue ball behind the 8 and 10. That's what he wants. He wants to hide. That's not bad. Now, that's not a bad safety there.
He got him. How's the 9? Is 9 dead in the side? Jeremy's looking at it.
Yeah, but you got to hit that. You got to hit that 4 perfectly.
2 rails.
4 ball.
Oh, he's playing the 4 ball off the 9 in the corner pocket.
Well.
Well, he's got to call something,
yeah,
Jay.
right. Yeah, it's kind of wishful thinking. I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't be made.
Well, he just missed hitting it right. He hit the 9. Okay.
Once again, it's one of those situations, Danny, where you got to hit the ball.
And he didn't.
This match is going to get real close right now. See, he's going too far. And we've seen every player do that on this table. They've overplayed positions so many times. Not that he's not dead in the water here.
Not at this angle. He got bad.
Well, he'll probably draw back to the side rail and across the table. He's got the stroke for it.
I think he can brush the 10 and that'll help him. Oh, he did it without it. Good shot. Very good shot.
Just killed the ball, see? Nicely done. CJ does a little calisthenics before he shoots the 10 ball. Giving a little Tom Cruise twirl of his cue.
Oh, I hated that.
He's feeling a little. Oh yeah, I did too.
I hated it. After that movie, everybody in the pool rooms were twirling cues.
and dropping them and breaking them and
I hated
hitting
it.
the wall. I remember when
How
I
about
saw
hitting
it too.
people?
Yeah, right. When I saw Tom Cruise do that, I thought, oh my God, we don't need everybody in the pool room doing that stuff.
And they were.
Yeah, they were.
You know why they did it? It was such an easy twirl. They all thought they were doing something.
Yeah, but it was easy to lose control of a cue stick too. I saw a lot of cues bouncing off the floors.
Yeah, he made a ball.
Made a ball. The one's out in the open, but there's really no
Nothing.
well, he's going to probably hide the cue ball behind that 4 and 7 ball there. The 6 is tied up by the 9. Looks like a pretty natural safety to bank the 1 ball straight back up perpendicular and just lay the cue ball behind the 4 and 7. Kind of like that. Yeah, I think he got him pretty good here. Directly behind that 7 ball. I think Jeremy's going to pull a jump cue out here.
Yeah, I don't know if he can hit the end rail, 2 rail. See, the 6 is a little tied up, so I wouldn't want to hit those 2, but if he jumps, he can hardly miss hitting them.
Does he not have a jump cue with him? Because I've seen him jump balls before. I don't see a jump cue out there. I mean, he's
No, see what he's doing? I like what he's doing because that rail, he can hit the 1 and not open the 6.
That I understand. He wants to leave that 6-9 tied up.
Right. Right. That's his only hope. Ooh. Did he call? Well, he opened them anyway. He played the 10.
Well, even CJ's smiling on that one. Well, CJ can go down. He can shoot between the 9 and the 6, hit the end rail. Yeah, use right English and come back up. He'll hit the 1 ball. Looks like he's going to call the 6, but low percentage shot. High percentage to hit the 1, low percentage to make the 6. That's where I think he should have called the 6 up in the end.
Oh, I thought he was.
No, he's calling
Played
the
in
side.
the side?
Yeah. If he hit the edge of the 6, it would have gone in the side. But now Jeremy may well play this bank cross side. Yep, he called it. The cue ball will go 2 rails and track towards that 8.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's not where he wanted to be.
He does have a bank if he wants to shoot it. I don't think he... Well, now he's looking like maybe he can cut it. No.
Cross point.
Yeah, he's playing that bank.
Yeah. Well, a one-pocket player, this isn't that tough a shot.
Well, remember, in one pocket, all you got to do is lay it up in front of your hole.
Right.
And
This one, you're laying it for your opponent.
Yeah, this time, in this game, you got to make it.
Well, he better put some left-hand English on or he'll get a kiss. He did.
Wow, he hit that ball pretty. Ooh. Well, it's not all bad.
Well, it isn't good. CJ has a good shot. Two-rail it and used 9 and 10 to snooker him with. Well, you want to hit the... I didn't like that way. I don't know how you could have got him except this way.
And
He
he
didn't.
didn't. And he didn't.
Well, he didn't sell out the ball, but he sold out a hit. Now I hit this 3-ball on the full side, and I go forward right behind the 8. See the shot? With
Yeah,
a
I
high
see the
ball?
shot, but does he see it? That's the question.
You're right. We're on a higher elevation, so we can see it better. That's what he tried to do.
He played it, but I don't.
He didn't
No.
get him.
This did not work. This did not work.
He had to cut it a hair more. Oops.
Oh, wow.
He left
Wow.
the edge, too. Jeremy has a shot.
These are not easy pockets on this diamond table. They're less than 4.5 inches. They're like 4 3/8, and the way they're cut, the way the pockets are angled, you got to hit them pretty pure.
Yeah, I get the feeling that CJ's exodus from the game for 10 years has made him a little rusty.
Well, he's definitely not tournament tough. I don't think he's played in 2 tournaments in the last 10 years.
Too hard. Too hard to get the lard.
I don't know. Why did
would
he have
hit
to?
it?
Yeah, exactly.
don't
Why
know.
couldn't he just stop on the side rail and shoot the 4 down in the end?
Because
Or the 5, I mean, down the end. What was-
he's not thinking either.
Well, it looks like he could potentially bank it cross side, although that's not an easy bank. Is that ball frozen to the rail?
It's pretty close.
That's what he's looking at.
It might be frozen.
He said cross side, but he knows this is a do or die shot.
I wouldn't even shoot it. I'd go off the ball, try to put him behind the 6. He didn't even come close. But he ducked.
CJ's sitting there, look of frustration on his face. Why didn't you leave me a better shot than that, buddy? I think you got to kick into the bottom half of this ball, Danny, and just let it drift up table. Make sure the cue ball comes back down towards this near
It
end
will,
rail.
even if you brush it off the 8.
Right.
Kick at like a pretty thin hit off the ball, and you'll brush the 8 and come to the end rail. Let's see if he does that.
He's looking really frustrated, but you cannot let that frustration affect your mental thinking,
Well,
you
that's
know,
what
your
you
thought
said.
process.
He's not tournament hard. Well, he got down here all right, but I think he's going to sell out. Well, now I don't think he's going to.
Well, Jeremy can see it.
But could he make it?
Yeah, he can make it, but it's a very difficult shot. It's long, it's straight, and it's going to be hard to get on the 6.
Oh, no, it isn't, because the part of the ball you can hit, you can go 2 rails to the 6 if you can make it.
It's just hard to do that from this distance.
I don't think so, Jay.
He's got to put a big stroke
If
on
he
his
could
ball.
make it, he's going to get on the 6. See it?
Yeah, he hit it good.
2 rails.
Came out perfect, didn't it?
Yeah, pretty good.
CJ allowed that his frustration to affect his thought process there. He didn't really need to hit that ball that hard. I mean, it's okay to call the pocket, but why send it up there in front of that pocket? If that ball went right across the back
You're
end
right.
of the table, he could have played it to speed to stop in the middle of the end rail. Like you said, he's not tournament tough right now.
No, you said that. I agreed with you. That's what I tell Billy and Cardona when I do commentary with him,
Yeah.
and I say something and he agrees. I say, Billy, how are we going to argue if you agree with me?
I fully expect to see Billy here sometime. In the
Oh,
next-
he'll be here
yeah.
because of the one pocket and Efren. When Efren plays, he insists on doing the commentary.
I'm going to tell you something. Efren looked pretty healthy. He's had a long break from pool, and I think it was good for him. Jeremy once again is going to pull ahead by 2 games, 7-5. We are racing to 10, though. Yeah, CJ's
Not looking happy.
he's not a happy camper, that's for sure. But, you know, Danny, he's got nobody to blame but himself for what's happened.
No doubt about it.
Well, we got a break. We got a 5-minute break here. Jeremy is the referee is walking over there to the score sheet. Not sure what he's examining or why. Allison and Jana Montour on the next table over. Allison leading 5-3. Not really a commanding lead. Danny, you were giving Allison some straight pool lessons recently, am I right?
A few years ago,
A
she
few
came
years.
to Florida for 5 days, and I gave her straight pool lessons, and she was so into it, she took notes.
Well, she is a thorough professional. There we go. That's Miss Allison Fisher, the Hall of Famer.
Great player. One of the few had won World Snooker and World 9-Ball. Females.
Well, there's only 2. It's her and her namesake, Kelly Fisher. They are not related.
No, how about Karen Court? She won snooker tournaments too.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. It's interesting. All the great snooker players from England became dominant pool players, at least on the women's side.
Yeah, the men didn't. Like Cliff Thornburn, he was the greatest snooker player, and he tried to compete in 9-ball, and it didn't work.
Steve Davis, same thing.
And you might not remember this, George Chenier
Well, I remember he was the greatest Canadian snooker player.
won the world snooker,
Yeah.
but then he played pool, and he ran 150 in one of the tournaments.
Well, you knew him. I understood he was a great player.
He was. And in Burbank in '66, he was invited to the straight pool tournament, and we were hanging around together, Moscone, myself, and George Chenier. And we didn't see him for a day and a half. And we were eating breakfast together and all that. So Willie and I said, something's wrong. We better go try to find him. So we went to his room. The room was locked. We got the maid to open the door. Chenier was in the middle of the floor. He had a stroke, and he couldn't get to the door or the phone. And that is how Miserak got in that tournament, because Chenier dropped out. Good trivia.
Wow. But he survived.
Yeah, for a while.
So he died shortly after that?
He died, not long after that. He didn't compete after that.
That was the infamous tournament where Moscone finished second and had a little bit of a temper tantrum.
Well, they had an argument because he didn't get along with Arnie Satin.
Right.
And Arnie Satin, he wouldn't let Arnie Satin referee because he said, I don't want him touching the balls because he's greasy. So everybody gets twisted stories. I was sitting 10 feet from the table with Fred Astaire. So you hear all kinds of things, that Moscone hooked him and he did this. What happened was when Balsas beat Moscone, which they didn't play too well, and Arnie said, don't go away, Willie, we got a trophy for second. And Willie said, take the trophy and shove it. And that's when Arnie said, I had enough of you, and they started bouncing around. No one threw a punch. No one, but you'll hear people say Moscone.
Oh, they were
hooked
shadow
him.
boxing.
They were, yeah. And Fred Astaire, the stars loved Moscone.
Yeah.
So Fred Astaire is saying, oh, God, please don't let him do this, please. And that was it. And then everything went wrong after that. Checks bounced.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Balsas went back to Pennsylvania with his check, and it bounced.
Well, who promoted? Wasn't that a Fred Whalen event?
No, there was a group, but what happened, that was freaky because the promoter died during the tournament. He was refereeing.
Come on.
Really?
Who was the promoter? Do you remember?
His name was Arnie something. But he died. He was refereeing. He was doing everything.
All right. That's amazing. Well, you're telling me things that I did. See, I didn't come to California to 67, so I heard about that tournament, but I wasn't here in time.
Well, I always tell people, you want to hear the facts, talk to me about it, because everyone else inventing things.
Well, I heard he punched him. I heard he shoved him. I heard he hit him with the trophy. I've heard all that stuff.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
No,
you
I believe
can bet on it.
Yeah. Well, I know Arnie. I knew Arnie Satin too.
Well, the money all disappeared, and then Arnie opened a pool room shortly after that.
That's right. That was Hollywood Billiards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he got the last word.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Jeremy Jones is breaking. He's leading 7-5. Balls are going down. He's going to have a shot at the one.
He sure is.
This is a huge game once again. 8-5 would be a commanding lead if he could find a way to run these balls. You got to ask the referee to do that. That's very smart, Jeremy.
You got to do it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. He's got a ball marker. He's smart. You know, at these big tournaments in Asia that I worked at, I saw the referees, Danny, they would hold the object ball, pick it up a fraction of an inch off the table and slide the thing out. And the ball didn't move. It didn't go anywhere. It doesn't take much to get that rack out of there. Anyway.
Well, I told you I do a slip pull.
For some reason, these magic racks seem to stick to the balls a little bit. There was a match here today where Kelly Fisher shot a ball, and and it stuck to the rack. I'm telling you. Yeah, it missed. She shot the 8-ball. It was sitting on the magic rack, and they rolled over together, and she missed the ball. I saw it. I was doing commentary. So, well, here we go. Here's a quick heads up on the first matches tomorrow, 9 a.m. Donnie Mills and Mike DeShane. Boy, what a lineup we got. I mean, that's the first match tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Here we go. Alex Pagulayan, Justin Hall. He's a defending Southern Classic champion. Two great matches back-to-back tomorrow.
You're right. Donnie Mills is from Florida.
All right.
Well, Jeremy made a good shot. Tapped the table with the chalk so the 3 wouldn't go further.
Yeah, he stopped the 3. Does he draw straight back here for the 5?
Yeah, he can shoot the 5 in the same pocket.
Well, he's looking pretty good this rack so far.
Sure is. Fall on the 6 with a little bit of an angle so you can get off the rail. Twirl it forward with left-hand English.
Wow, he almost missed that ball.
And you know the ball didn't grab.
Yeah.
This is too much angle.
You notice those inside English shots are not working on this table. They're just not catching. The ball is sliding off the rail, just like that one did.
It's the new club.
There you go.
Once it wears and the rail wears,
It'll
the ball
work.
will overgrab.
Well, they're shooting the wrong shot now when they're trying to do that.
Well, they're used to it working on different equipment. You know, and the whole thing about tournaments, we all play for years gambling on, rough, raw tables. Now, when you go on a tournament, it's always new club.
Boy, he hit the heck out of that ball.
So
What's
I
he going to
don't
do?
know. I don't know about this.
What can he do with that 7 ball?
4 rail it, safe. Hit it straight on, go forward with the cue ball, 4 rail it, and you got a good safe.
I mean, he made a good shot on the 6 ball, but can you shoot that 7 down in the corner, or is
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Knowing Jeremy, he might try to bank it cross corner.
Well, he might. It's a little off. I like the 4 rail safe. I wouldn't bet the game on this. He is banking at it.
I think he's shooting it.
He banked it, but the ball didn't stop good for CJ.
Yeah.
But CJ still has to be happy he's getting to the table. I always tell people this. Don't waste energy feeling bad when a good player's running out and he doesn't. You got to be happy if the ball stops on top of the lights because you're back in the, you didn't lose yet.
You get another chance.
Well, you got to cut this thin 2 rails and spin past the side. Play safe.
Bring the cue ball down, but oops.
No, he has no safe in his repertoire, it looks like.
Well, that was a complete error there.
Yeah, he had a pretty good safe.
Yeah, he had a real good safe. Meanwhile, Jeremy is going to get to 8. 3-game lead.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like a frustration shot by CJ there.
Oh, yeah, you can. You know what I mean? He's not that far out of it if he can win that game. Play it safe and grind, fight. He don't have any fight in him right now.
He's so frustrated that it does affect his thought processes, and
Yeah.
he didn't even consider for a moment that he had a real good safety. Like you said, he could have two-railed that 7 ball and put the cue ball down here on the near end rail behind the 10 and
Yeah.
let,
Better
listen,
percentage. You're
yeah,
going
a
to win
lot.
way more games playing safe than banking at that ball. But tough to think straight when you're not playing real well.
Ball down, 2 balls down. Good
And
shot at
look
the
at this.
1. He made 4 balls on the break. That's the most I've seen all day today.
But it's no good if you don't get out. Well, the way it's sitting, you can cut this 10 even if you have to play the 3 in the side pocket, because you don't have to do anything with the cue ball if you do that. The 6 is right there.
Well, Jeremy's up
He's
there.
not going to like this. Well, maybe he will. It goes in the side.
Boy, he got a good break there.
He sure did. That could have been disaster. He does not need any more disasters.
Well, a lot of his disasters have been self-created. He's okay this rack. CJ likes to pound those balls in the pocket. Game number 6, CJ Wiley.
Eight to 6 is not bad. You're not far out of it. Yeah, he's got to try to get a little fire right now, because Jeremy's not playing great either.
Well, he's had opportunities, Danny, as we both have seen.
Yeah.
He squandered them.
He's rusty.
We are still watching first-round matches all day today. We'll have first-round matches. The players that got byes will be playing tomorrow.
Oh, he's got a shot.
Well, it's a pretty thin cut shot on that 1 in the side.
Well, you know, you got other shots. If that doesn't look good, you certainly got safeties.
But what we've seen so far in this match is both these players, they want to take the offense.
Yeah, he's got a good safe here. If he wants to hit the 1 on the right side, he can go right behind the 10, 9, 3. He's got a good safe. Don't have to gamble here. You're only 2 games ahead, and it's getting near the wire.
Well, Jeremy gave this one a little bit more concentration than CJ has, but it does look like he's shooting at it. Like you said, Danny, earlier, it's always good when you make them. He came out all right here. You know, he might have the right angle to play position for this 3-10 combination.
Oh, he does, definitely. He has the perfect angle to do that.
But once again, it's the kind of combination that you need to get perfect on it. If
Yep,
you're off
right.
angle either way, it becomes a very hard shot.
You're right there, Jay. Now, is the 9 dead in the side with the 3? Because he has
No.
that angle too.
No, I don't think so. He's thinking 3-10 all the way.
Yeah. Yeah, he would love to get on the hill that way. That's what he did.
Now this is not a bad, he's pretty close to the right angle here. This is no easy combination though.
but I don't let it roll off. I'm going to whack this.
Yeah, this is not one you slow roll. Of course, from the angle he's at, this is going to be close no matter what. He's either going to make it or he's going to jar the pocket.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he's either going to make it or miss it. He made it.
He didn't jar the pocket there.
He's on the hill.
Now that is a big lead. CJ's got to win 4 games in a row. If he loses this match afterwards, he's going to be telling bad beat stories.
As long as he doesn't tell everybody that he got unlucky.
Well, that's what a bad beat story is. Got a bad roll, got a this, got a that. But
The guy earlier today got a bad roll. He lost 10-0.
yeah, that Mark Vidal match. Yeah, how did that Travis play? Was he really a bad player, or did Mark?
He didn't look experienced,
Yeah,
and Mark played pretty good.
there aren't really very many weak players in this field.
No.
There's actually a lot of guys that play like Mark Vidal's speed. Oh,
That's
wait a
the
second.
coup de grace. I think he has a billiard 210.
Okay, if I move it. I wish.
I think he's got a billiard 210.
I think so too. Again, it's a question of getting on it just right, and that's what he's taking a look at. Yeah, that's where he was. See, looking straight. That's where he wants to be, right there, right about there.
I want to be more that way, to the right. See where he put it?
Yeah,
That ball is not automatic. You know, you got to hit it thin and maybe even spin a little.
yeah. This billiard's a little bit tougher than that combination was. He's okay. I mean,
I don't know. I like to be further more to that side rail because I think this is, you know, he's going to have to twirl this with a lot of English too. He needs right-hand English on this.
Danny, you know, he's a very strong one-pocket player, and he understands billiards pretty well, so I make him actually a slight favorite here.
I think
he'll hit it good. See, yeah, he understands.
He's putting the right-hand English.
Yeah, he's doing all the right things. And that was right also.
Yep.
We've got a winner. Jeremy Jones beats C.J. Wiley. Quick handshake, and they're all done talking. There's not going to be much conversation between these two after a match. Well, we're going to take a quick break here, and we're coming back. Who do we got coming up next here? We're going to take. Okay, we don't know, but we got another match coming up in a little while. I want to thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. More to come.